Hi guys.
Hi, sir.
Uh, Okay, guys, let us see that now. Which concept, right? Hmm? Here in the which concept, right? Yeah, first of all, let us see that now here. We are going to discuss what is the class. What is the class here? Then, what is the object? Then, constructors here. What about constructors? Just here. Then we should go here. Methods. Methods here. Different methods. Private methods and public methods. Then we should go here. Polymorphism. Polymorphism here. What is a polymorphism? Encapsulation here. Then abstraction. See that. Encapsulation. Encapsulation base. Then abstraction. The last one, inheritance. The last one, inheritance. All are basics only. Just see that. Only basics. Only basics we are going to discuss now. Just see that. Just see that now, guys. Which concept, right? Okay, let us see that now, guys. What is the class here? What about class here? Just see that. Just keep it now, class. What is the class here? See that now here. It's a logical entity here. See that. It's a logical entity here. It's a logical entity. Logical entity here. It's a logical entity. It contains a group of logics here. See that it contains a group of logics here. Group of logics. It's a logical entity here. It's a logical entity. It contains a group of logics here. Let's see that now here. What is the class? It's a logical entity here. It contains a group of logics here, or logical applications. It contains a group of logical applications here. Logical applications. Just see that now, guys. What are the logical applications here? Let us see that now. Class. Class name, something here. What is the class name here? Let us see that. What is the class name here? Just create some class name. College, it's a class name here. College, yeah, it's a class name. College. It's college here, class name. It's a college, guys, class name here. You see that now here. It contains a group of logics here. See that a group of logical applications. What are the logical applications here? Like different methods. Different methods here. How to create methods here? Just like functions here. See that, just like functions. See that now? College address. It's a function name here. It's a function name. See that now? It's a function name here. It contains a group of logics here. Here you can create our code here. Address, college address, you can create it. Here is the college. See that you can provide the address here itself. Again, private methods also, guys. Private methods also here. See that it's a public method here. It's a public method. How to create private method, guys? Private method. Now, what is the private method here? Something college data, like college info here. College info. It's a private method. See that you can create. See that what I'm trying to say. Here, create our code here. Here, create our business code. Create our business code here. Here also create our business code. Create our business code here. It's a private method. Here, create our business code. Create our business code here. Let's see that now. It's a public method. It's a private method. So let's create constructors also, guys. Constructors. How to create constructors here? See that it's a constructor. It's a constructor here. See that? It's a constructor. It's a default constructor here. It's a default constructor. Self is the keyword here. It has to represent current class variables, current class methods, current class objects, etc. here. Self is the keyword. It has to represent current class variables, current class methods, current class objects, etc. It's a default constructor here. You can also create our code here. See that? Create our code. Create our business code here. See that now, guys? It's a default constructor here. In the same way, you can create parameter constructor also, guys. Parameter constructor also. You can create parameters here. Different parameters. Different parameters. Name, then college name and college address. Create our code. It's a parameter constructor here. See that now here? It contains a group of logics here. It contains a group of logics here. What are the logics here? Methods, public methods, private methods, constructors, etc. etc. See that now, guys? These are the group of applications here. Each method is going to become one application, right? Just see that. Each method is going to become one application here. It's a logical entity. It contains a group of logics here. A group of logical applications. See that now? A group of logical applications here. Each method is going to become one application here. Each method is going to become one application. Just see that. See that now, guys? What about the class here? How to explain the class? Class is a logical entity. It contains a group of logical applications. Just see that logical applications here. Public methods, private methods, different constructors, etc. here. See that each method is going to become one application here. Each method is going to become one application here. Let us come back here, guys. Object. What is object now? What is object, guys? What is the object now here? What is the object? It's a physical entity here. It's here. Physical entity. Physical entity here. It's a physical entity here. See that it has to call. It has to call methods and constructors here. See that it has to call methods and constructors here. See that it has to see that it will store class objects. That it will store class variables. Then it has to call methods and constructors here. Just see that now here. What about logical entity? What about physical entity here? Just see that now. How to create object now? Already we are having college class, right? Let me see the college class now. Let me copy this. Okay. Here see that how to create an object here. How to create an object for college class. College class. Just see that now. Simple. What is the object name here? C. You can put any name here, object name. C is the object name here. C is the object name. You can put any name here. Then you can call public methods. See that you can call public methods only. Just see that private methods. You have to call different approach here. I'll show that. You can call only public methods. Just see that now. Then take the C dot college address. C dot college address. College address. Just see that you're calling the methods. Just see that. How to call the methods here. How to call public methods. How to call methods. Just see that now, guys. See that I created college object. Then we are calling the methods. Okay, guys. Let us see that now here. One simple example for class keyword and object here. How to create an object, Python object. Just see that now how to create class. Then how to create an object. We'll see that now here. Just see that now, guys. If you see the theoretical part, just see that now theory part here. What about class keyword? It's a logical entity here. It contains a group of logical applications here. Just like, see that these are the logical applications here. Then object is it's a physical entity here. See that it will store class variables. Then it has to call methods and constructors here. Then see that how to create an object here, college object. Here you can keep it any object name here. I given C. If you want to keep it different name, you can keep it here. See that I have taken C here, C object here. If you want different name, you can keep it here. Object name, you can keep it any name here. It's object name. C is the object name here. C is the object name. You can put any name here. It's not a big deal. Just come back here. Then after creating an object, we are calling the methods here. After creating an object, we are calling the methods. We are calling the methods here. Just see that now methods. We are calling the methods. Okay, just see that. Let us come back to Visual Studio. We'll see one simple example here. Just come back to Visual Studio here. We'll see that now how to define the class, then how to create logical applications, then how to create an object, then how to call the methods. We'll see that one by one. Just come back now, guys. We should go Visual Studio. Visual Studio, guys. We'll see. This is a previous example. Already we have done previous example. How to define the byte objects, byte array object, byte object. It's a previous example. Okay, let me close it all examples now. Close all previous examples. We don't want. Okay, guys. Let me create new example. Class and shortcut name I given. Class and obj underscore demo.py. Demo.py. Yes, see that demo.py here. Let me see that now, guys. Create college class. You can put any name here, class name. You can put any name. It's a class name here. We are creating our class. Just see that. We are creating our class. Just see that. How to create class here? Through class keyword. Through class keyword. It's an inbuilt keyword. It's our class name here. It's our class name. You can put any name here. Yes, colon. Then let us create class body. We are creating class body. Just see that. Let me create some methods here. Let us see that methods now, guys. What is the methods here? College address. First of all, let me display the college address here. College address now. Let me take it now here. Self keyword. What about self keyword, guys? Let me see that self keyword now. Just see that self keyword now, guys. What is the self keyword now, guys? Self keyword. Just see that, just like this keyword only. It's working similar to this keyword. See that? It has to represent. It has to represent here. Current class variables. Current class pairs. Sandu. Methods. So, see that methods. Sandu. Constructors. So, it has to represent current class variables, current class methods, and current class constructors and the objects here. And the current class objects. Just see that now here. This is called a self keyword. Self keyword. See that. What about self keyword here? How does it work here? How does it works? How does it work here? How does it work here? How does it work? Just see that now, guys. See that self keyword. How does it work here? It has to represent current class variables and the current class methods and the current class constructors and the current class objects. That is the self keyword. That is the self keyword. Let us see that now, guys. Just come back to our program. You see that self keyword, I have taken that. It's a default argument. It's not parameter here, default argument, right? Now here let me take some variables. Just take it now some variables, guys. Address, right? College address. Okay. What is the college address now? Street variable. What is the street name? Street name here. It's a variable name, street name. What is the street name here? RGB street. RGB street here. Okay. See that I assign the values, static values here. Could you tell me address something address, right? Like that street name, then road number. Road number. What's the road number, guys? Road number 10 dash 2 dash something here, some address 45. Next one, guys. Landmark name. See that landmark name here. Landmark equal here SR Nagar bus stop. SR Nagar bus stop. Something here, some address, right? Okay, done. It's a college address here. College name also here. C name, college name. College name also. Let me give that college name. College name here. What's the college name here? KBR College. Something here. Something college name. Just see that. It's college address only. Just see that now here. Here, these are the variables. I have taken some variables here. I given static values. Just see that now, guys. I have taken some variables. I given static values. Let me see that now. Go to college address. Let me display that. We want print that. We want print college name. What is the college name here? We want to print that. College name. Okay. See that self dot. Take the self keyword. College name. Let me copy this. Street number. Street name also here. Street name. Don't give the comma here itself. A comma. This is correct. Street name also, guys. Street name. Here. Just see that now, guys. Road number. Then landmark name also. Let me give that. We are displaying that all things. Just see that now here. If you call this function, the function, it has to display the college address, college name, street number, road number, landmark name, just like that. Next one more method. One more method, guys. College courses. For college, offering courses. Offering courses. So one more function here. So one more function. Okay. What are the offering courses now? Just see that now here. There are like see that. Just see that now, guys. All are static values. First of all, we see static values here. Then we should go dynamic values. Just see that now, guys. How to create the class. See that. How to create the class here. See that we are creating our class, college class. I have taken static values. See that static values here. Just see that now, guys. These are the variables. These are the static values. Xavier College, RGB Street, road number something. Road number something here itself. That landmark also here. College offering courses. Offering courses. What are the offering courses now, guys? Course 1. The course 1. MBA courses. Then MCA, then BTech. These are the courses. Okay, guys. This is, let me display that now. Offering courses also here. Print only, guys. Print. Let me display the offering courses now. Print offering courses, right? Courses. Course 1, you should go self keyword, let me call that. In the same way, /t, let me see that self keyword. Course 2 here. In the comma, /t, comma, let me take the self keyword. Course, see that, course 3 also, guys. Done, guys. See that? I created college class. In this class, I have taken these variables. Then these two methods here. These are the two methods. Let us see that now, guys. How to call these two methods now, guys? Just simple code here. There is no any complicating this code. You see that I have taken college variables. These are the college variables here. College address here to here. Offering courses here to here. These two are methods only. These two are methods here. See that if you call these methods, if you call college address method, it has to printing college name, street number, college name, Here, let me change it now. Road number also here. Street here. Street. Road number. Then landmark here. Landmark. Okay, guys, let us see that now here. Here, how to call these two methods here. How to call these two methods. How to call these two methods here. Let us create an object for college. See that college is the logical entity here. It's a logical entity. It contains a logical applications here. These two are logical applications. These two are logical applications here. These two methods. These two methods are logical applications here. These two are logical applications. Let me see that. Let us create an object for college. Let us create an object for, see that we are going to create an object for college. So the comment here. See that. Create an object here. Create an object. Object for college. College here. Just see that how to create an object here. You can put any object name here. Object name, you can keep it any name here. Object name, just see that you can keep it any name. Let me take the C1 dot. We are calling that college address. First of all, let me call college offering courses. What are the courses? So that just offering. Let us see that we are calling these two methods. See that. See object here. C1 is the object. Let me show the comment also. We are calling methods. We are calling methods here. Just see that now here. This is the example for class and object here. What about class here? How to create Python class? Then how to create logical applications here within the class body. Within the class body, how to create logical applications. Just see that. Then how to create an object. How to create an object here. Just see that. How to create an object. Then we are calling the methods here. We are calling the methods. Just see that now here. Is there any doubt in this code, guys? Is there any doubt in this code? How to create class body? Just class name, then colon. Then see that now we are getting class body here. These are the variables. These are the variables. Then these are the methods. These two are methods. These two are methods of it. See that now if you call college address method, it has to display the college address here. If you call college offering courses, it has to display the offering courses here. It has to display the offering courses. What are the courses? It has to offering such kind of courses. It has to display that. It has to display that. Offering courses, right? Just see that now, guys. Is there any doubt in this code? Then see that now how to create an object here. How to create an object. See that we are calling the class name. Then it's the object name C1 here. You can keep it any name here. Object name. Object name, you can put any name here. Then we are calling these two methods. We are calling these two methods. Yes, see that now, guys. Is there any doubt in this code? Yes, see that. Guys. Hi.
No, sir. No, sir.
Abhirav, is there any doubt?
No, sir. No.
Hi, Bharat. Hi, Bharat.
No, sir.
Yes.
What about Bharat? Are you sleeping now, Bharat?
No, sir.
Your voice is, I'm getting sleeping voice here. Chaitanya. Hi, Chaitanya. Hi, Chaitanya. Chaitanya. He is not responding. What about remaining guys here? Hi, Sandhya. Hi. Hi, Sandhya. Is there any doubt in this code? Varun. Hi, Varun. Please responding, guys. Otherwise, how would I know that?
They are responding in the chat actually.
Chat, okay. Okay, guys. Okay, thank you. Thanks for support. Let us see that now, guys. It's a simple code, right? Let us run this code and check the output now. Simple code here. Run this code, we'll see that. Just come back to command prompt here. Just come back to our directory. We are in the 730 batch. Here, just run this code here. Run the Python code. What is the name here? This one, class name. Just run this code now. Oh, we are getting something here. Just see that now here. Street attribute, no attribute here. Street, I think maybe wrong spell. Just let me check that now here. Okay, where is that? Street name, right? And street name only. Okay, guys, let me see that. Save it now. Just come back. Now we are getting all things. Just see that now here. We are getting college address along with the offering courses. Just see that. Offering courses also we are getting. Just see that now coding style, guys. How to define the class body. Within the class body, see that. How to assign the static values. Then see that. How to create methods here. Methods means just like functions only. Def keyword here. So see that. What is the def keyword here? It has to create functions here. Just like methods only. Some people they used to say methods here. Some people they used to say functions. Better should go functions or methods. You can use any name. It's a technical term only. It's a technical term. Some people they used to say it's a function here. Some people they used to say it's a method. It's a method here. You can use any technical term. It's not a big deal. You can use any technical term. It's not a big deal. Just see that. Just see that. How to create an object here. Then how to call in the methods. How to call in the methods. Just see that. It's a simple code only. This is the example for class and object. Just see that now here. Class and object now. See that class and object here. See that it contains a group of logical applications here. Then how to create an object here? Just see that. You can create an object here. Then we are calling the methods. Then what about self keyword? What about self keyword here? It's an inbuilt keyword. It's an inbuilt keyword here. It has to represent current class variables and the methods and the constructors and the objects here. See that it has to represent current class variables and the current class methods and the current class constructors, then objects here. Okay, done. Same code I have written here. Same code I have written, just see that now. I hope there is no any complicated in this code. It's a very simple code. Just see that. I have written these two methods only. Just see that. If you want more, you can write it here. Not an issue, guys. If you want more methods, you can write it. College address, offering courses, then IT department, CSC department, ECG department. You can write it. Not an issue, guys. You can write number of methods here. In the same way, you can create a number of methods. Can create a number of methods here. Okay, guys, let me come back here. We'll see. Here you can create a number of objects also, guys. You guys having some like see that? See that? Can I create one more object here? Yes, you can create one more object also, guys. If you want to get one more object, you can create it. Not an issue, guys. Just see that. If you want one more object, you can create it here itself. You can create a number of objects here. Not an issue, guys. But here, one object is enough here. We are calling all methods. See that? We are calling methods. One object is enough here. If you want one more object, you can create it. Not an issue, guys. See that now. You can create a number of objects and a number of methods as per the your requirement, project requirement. First of all, you guys should focus on that. How to create class body, then what about method, how to define the methods, what about self keyword, how does it works here, how does it works. You guys should focus on that, these things only. Then how to create an object, then how to calling methods. See that, how to calling the methods here. How to calling the methods. Done, guys. Now let us come back here, guys. We'll see that. Okay, this is the class and object here. Class and object. That is the class and object here. Just the class and object. You guys aware of class and object here? How to create a class, how to create an object. In the class body, what are the things we need to create? How to create an object here, after creating an object, how to calling the methods. You guys aware of class and object here as of now? You guys aware of class and object here? Then let us see that constructors now. Yes, see the constructors here. Constructors. What about constructors exactly, guys? Constructors. Constructors, there are two types here. Constructor just like a method. It's a special method. It's a special method. See that now here? Here, what is the constructor here? See that, just like a method here. What is the constructor first of all? What is the constructor? What is the constructor here? Just like a method here. Just like a special method. Just like a special method. See that now, it's a special method only. Here see that separately, we need don't calling the constructor. Separately, no need to call that. Separately, no need to call the constructor here. Automatically, is going to get called after creating an object here. After creating an object, automatically it's going to get called here. But in the previous program, after creating an object, separately we are calling. Separately, we are calling that. See that? Separately, we are calling the methods here. Separately, we are calling these two methods. But here, it's a special method here. It's a special method. Here, separately, no need to call constructors here. After creating an object, automatically the constructor is going to get called. After creating an object, automatically the constructor is going to get called. See that internally is going to get called. After creating an object, automatically internally the constructor is going to get called. Just see that now here. There are two constructors here. There are two constructors here. There are two constructors. There are two constructors now. There are two constructors here. Default constructor here. Default constructor. Second one, parameter constructor here. Parameter constructor. See the default constructor and parameter constructor here. See that now, default constructor and parameter constructor here. Just see that now, guys. What about default constructor? What about parameter constructor here? Just see that now. What is the constructor first of all? It's a special method. It's a special method here. Here, if you open the bracket here, separately, no need to call the constructor here. Separately. No need calling the constructor. Separately, no need to call. No need to call here. Separately, no need to call. Internally, it has to get the call here. What is that now? Separately, no need. No need to call. After creating an object here, automatically it's going to get called. See, the separately, no need to call that. Separately, no need to call constructors here. After creating an object, automatically it has to call in here. After creating an object, internally it's going to get called. See that? After creating an object, internally it has to get called. See that? Internally it has to get called. It has to get calling. Internally it has to calling here. Internally it has to call it. Just see that now, guys. Separately, no need to call that. But in the previous example here, separately we are calling here. Separately we are calling. After creating an object, separately we are calling here. But in constructors here, it's a special method. It's a special method here. Separately, no need to call. After creating an object, internally, it has to call in here. Internally, just call in here. Let us see that there are two constructors here, default constructor and parameter constructor here. Let us start now default constructor here. Let us see that we are going to discuss default constructor now. What is the default constructor here? Let's see that. How to create default constructor here. How to create default constructor here. Let's see that now, guys. How to create default constructor here. See that, how to create default constructor, guys? See that now. How to create default constructor here. It's a default constructor. This is called a default constructor here. This is called default constructor here. See that, how to create default constructor here? This is called default constructor. It's a default constructor, guys. Just see that. Just see that now, guys. It's a default constructor. See that? How to create default constructor here? Let us see that. How does it work here? How does it work? How does it work? Just see that now, guys. Let us see that. How does it work here? The first point here, see that. We have to assign default values to variables. Default values to vars. See that? It has to assign default values to variables. Now, the second one here. Just see that now here. Yeah, see that it can access in subclasses also, guys. It can access in subclasses. See that it can access in subclasses. Default constructor is going to access in subclasses, not an issue. Next one, guys. It doesn't have parameters here. It doesn't have parameters. Doesn't have parameters. Doesn't have parameters. See that in the default constructor, there is no parameters here. This is not parameter. It's a keyword only, default keyword. It has to represent current class variables, current class methods. It's not parameter. It's not parameter. Just see that it doesn't have parameters. Parameters on the return type here. Return type. See that no, doesn't have parameters on return type here, guys. See that how does it work here? How to call? See that how to call it now? Just create empty object here. See that through empty object, we are calling the default constructor here. Through empty object, you can create empty object here. Create empty through empty object. Through empty object, see that we are calling default constructor here. See that through empty object, we are calling default constructor here. Default constructor, right? Through empty object only, we are going to create empty object enough here. Just only create empty object enough here. See that now, guys. These things are required. How does it work here? You need to explain these points only. See that now here? It has to assign default values to variables. It can also access in subclasses. Can access in subclasses, doesn't have parameters and return type here. Then see that now. The function, see that. It's a constructor, doesn't have parameters. This is not parameter here. This is not parameter. It's inbuilt. See that. It's not parameter here. It's an inbuilt keyboard. It's not parameter. Okay, let us see that now here. How to call the constructor here? How to call the default constructor here? Just empty object is required. Empty object is required here. Empty object is required here. Just like it's a special method. It's working similar to method here. The fifth one, it's working similar to method. See that it's working similar to method here. It's working similar to method here. Similar to method. Just like method only. It's working similar to method. Just see that now, guys. Yeah, is there any doubt here? How to define the default constructor here? How does it work here? Is there any doubt? Guys?
No, sir, no.
Just come back now, guys. We'll see that how to define the default constructor, how to assign the default values. Then how to call the default constructor. Let us see that now, guys. Just come back now. Okay. Just create one more example. Default constructor, decon underscore demo.py. See that now, decon underscore demo.py. Let us create class. Class name decon. You can put any name here. See that, guys, within the class body only can create constructors here. You should remember that. Note it one point here. Note it one point here. Note. Within the class body, you can create constructors here. In the class body, you can create constructors here. You can create constructors. Just see that now. It's in the class body only. You can create constructors here. Any constructor. It may be default or it may be parameter constructor. Just see that first of all. Take the class name, something here. Here, let me define the default constructor here. Def keyword. It's a default constructor here. It's a default constructor now. It's a default constructor here. Just see that now, guys. What about default constructor here? How to define it? Okay, just see that now here. How does it work here? It has to assign default values, right? Let me take some variables. What are the variables, guys? Okay, some variables, right? Like employee variables, EID. Okay, ename. Just see that now here. Default variables here. Default variables, EID, ename, EID 0, rename empty. Okay, otherwise, remove that, not an issue, guys, directly. You see that now, guys, here, let me like to take the here. Self dot, EID code, assign the default values here. Assign the directly default values. Raja. Employee ID, employee name. Just see that now, guys. It's a default constructor here. Employee sal also, guys. Just see that now, guys. It's a default constructor. See that it's going to assign default values here. What are the values here? 101 Raja, 19,000. Then let me see that it's working similar to method here. What about method here? What is the method exactly here? Method, it has to see that it has to making a business code as well. It has to display the response here. What about method here? It has to making business code as well. It has to display the response here. It's working similar to method here. It's working similar to method. Just see that. Just take a method only. It's a special method here. It's a special method. Let me printing that. We want print all things. Print employee ID. Yes, see that now here, employee ID here, self dot EID, then comma slash n. Let me printing that these objects here, ename also here, ename also here, then these are also guys. Here, let me show the response also. Each are done, guys. Here, see that what could I have written here? Class body I have written. Default constructor I have written. Default constructor I have written here. See that no code, it has to assign default values here. If you call 2 times or 3 times here, we are going to get same output because only static values, same response we are getting here. If you call 2 times, if you call in 3 times, if you call in 5 times here, we are going to get same output here. Because if you call default constructor here, it's going to assign same values. That is the reason we used to say, see that is the reason we used to say these are the default values here. Let me come back now. How to call the constructor here? How to call the constructor? Create an object here. Create class empty object. See that? How to call the constructor here? See that now? It has to assign default values to variables. You guys ignore it, these 2 points here. Ignore it, this one, we'll discuss later. Let us see the 3rd point here. Doesn't have return type and parameters here. See that now? Here, is there any return type here? Is there any parameters? See that. Is there any return type here? Return type means return statement here. Is there any return statement here? Don't use the return statement here. Don't write it. Here, is there any parameter here? Is there any parameters? See that? Just like, is there any parameters here? There is no parameters here. There is no parameters. There is no return type under, there is no parameters here. Just see that. There is no return type under, there is no parameters. Just see that. It doesn't have parameters in return type here, both. See that? It doesn't have parameters in return type, both here. Then, how to call the constructor here? How to call the constructor? Just see that. You can create empty object here. You can create empty objects. Just come back here. Let us create empty object now, guys. Create empty object now, guys. Just see that empty object now. Here, object name, you can put any name here. OBJ, simple name, OBJ. We are going to create an object for decom. See that I'm creating empty object only. I'm creating empty object. See that while creating it, see that I'm creating empty object here. See that while creating empty object, the empty object is going to call default constructor here. Internally, see that what I'm trying to say here. See that I created empty object here. The empty object internally is going to call default constructor here. The default constructor is going to display these values. Let me see that. Save it now. Save it now, guys. Just come back here. Let me run this code now. Py recon. Just see that we are getting output here. EID 101, ename, and ESAP. Just see that. Just see that now, guys. See that here separately, we are not calling constructor here. See, is there any separate code here for calling constructor? Just see that. Is there any separate code for calling constructor here? There is no separate code. I created only empty object here. I created empty object. Just see that here. Is there any parameter here? There is no parameters here. There is no parameters. See that. I created empty object. See that I was created empty object here. The empty object internally it has to calling default constructor. Default constructor here. Internally it has to calling default constructors here. Just see that. See that now, guys. Separately, there is no code for calling constructors here. Is there any separate code here for calling constructors here? There is no separate code. I was created only empty object here. The empty object is calling default constructor here. The default constructor is going to assign default values to variables and it has to printing these values. It has to printing these values. Is there any doubt here in this code, guys? Yes or no? Guys.
No, sir. No, sir.
See that this is called default constructor. How to define it? How to assign the default values here? So suppose let me create one more object here. This is called obj1. Let me create one more object here. obj2 here. See that 2 times you're going to get same output here. Suppose we are going to get one more object. See that 3 times also we are going to get same output here. 3 times we are going to get same values. Just see that. Let me run this code. Come back here. Just see that 3 times you are getting same output here. 3 times. 3 times you are getting same output. Just see that. Same output here. 3 times. Object 1 is getting same output. Object 2 also is getting same output. Just see that. 3 objects, see that, showing the same output here. 3 objects are showing same output here. That is the reason we used to call these are the default values. These are the default values here because every object is getting same output here. 3 objects are showing same output. Okay. In tomorrow's class, we'll see that now here. How to access in subclasses here. How to access in subclasses, just see that. Only see that 1 point is left here. See that the second point is left here. The remaining points all are getting completed. The first point, third point, and fourth point, fifth one also is getting completed. Just see that 1 point is left here. See that 1 point is left. In tomorrow's class, we'll see that how to access in subclasses. Okay, guys, is there any doubt here, guys? Yes or no? Just see that no code. Is there any doubt in this code? Just see that here. If you get any complicated, just see that. If you get any complicate here, any complexity, let me know. Just once again, I have to explain that. Once again, I have to explain the same code here. If you get any complicate, any complexity, any difficult, just see that. Any difficulty in this code. I hope there is no any complicated in this code here. It's very simple code. Okay, guys, in tomorrow's class, we'll see that. Like in Monday's class, we'll see that. How to access in subclasses. How to access in subclasses, we'll see that. See that now, all points are getting completed. Only 1 point had left here. 1 point had left here. The same point we'll discuss in Monday's class. The same class, see that, the same example we'll see in Monday's class. Okay, guys, thanks for support here. Thank you, guys.